Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. It is April 1914. We are picking up right where we left off as the Germans. If you haven't seen the campaign to this point, there's a link in the description that will take you all the way back to the beginning so you can get caught up. We are going up against it in this one. The French have typically done really well against us, but we need to win this. We need to keep this war going long enough for our army to conquer northern France, which they're very close to doing. But first we need to win this battle going up against a number of French battleships. Now, we've got one battleship, 34,000 tons, the Odin. This is one of our newest and biggest. It's got 13-inch guns. It's got 10 of those barrels. And we are ready to light up these 4 French battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers, a destroyer, and 3 torpedo boats. Let's do it. Alright, so I was not expecting to start landing hits this soon. We just spotted him, and already look at what happened. And I mean, he's 14.4 kilometers away. I have a 0.2% chance to hit, and we landed a massive hit on this ship. He's already down by half, and he might even sink if there's enough flooding. We just don't have any identification on him to even be able to see how much flooding's going on. So we're gonna go ahead and start slowing down. I'm gonna turn at such an angle, even at this distance, to where we can get all of our guns firing. We're not quite there yet, but already a 34% chance to hit. I think this guy's toast. I mean, that was fast. So I'm going to keep these guys close to the battleships. We'll keep in between, because I just have a heavy cruiser and 1 destroyer. I don't think this is a situation where I want to get the destroyer making a run on their own, because there's just too many enemy ships. Let's go ahead and turn a little more. Okay, we're already getting major accuracy. Look at all these battleships, all the firepower we've got right now. We've got the Odin with all of these 13-inch guns, as well as 8s and some torpedoes. And there, we already sank 1 battleship, maybe a battleship. Here's the Helgoland, which also has 13s, but not quite as many. And then we've got the Alsace here. All 3 of these are different builds of battleships. Also got some 8-inch guns that can fire. There's really no reason for me to get closer if I'm having this level of success at this distance, at least on his big ships. I might have to get closer to hit the smaller ones. There's no reason to endanger myself unnecessarily. Another old battleship technology here. He doesn't have any Dreadnoughts, at least not in this fleet. So I think we can probably go ahead and just stay on 5 times speed here. We're just going to stay at, we're at about 10 kilometers. I'm pretty happy with that. Look at all the different guns he's got on this thing. Got a lot of smaller guns. Oh my gosh. Just horrifying if you're on these ships. And if we miss the first one, we might hit the Voltaire behind it. There we go. It's just such incredible firepower that we're able to bring to bear on these guys. Let's go ahead and start turning. Our secondaries are firing on some of his heavy cruisers. He's dead in the water too. I mean, there's just not a thing in the world that these guys can do against my Dreadnoughts. Kind of torpedo range. Okay, my destroyer's got 3-kilometer range. My newest technology actually has a 6-kilometer range now for torpedoes. I might go ahead and come in close on these guys. We're going to probably have to now that most of his big ships are taken out. Light cruiser and destroyer both taken out. We're going to come around here and throw some torpedoes at this mass of ships. Even if we miss one, we might hit another. I'm going to zip back around now. Just kind of get a little closer. Almost like I'm climbing up a mountain. I'm just going to go back and forth to get closer. And this will get us into range for the destroyer with his torpedoes. We've got to be careful though, because we are taking some damage here. There goes one of his heavy cruisers. Oh, here comes a torpedo. Oh, it didn't have the range. It just died well short. He's not going to have any ships left by the time I get in torpedo range. There's still a battleship left. The Danton. Barely alive. Okay, there's the destroyer. My destroyer's torpedoes are right here. Obviously not going to hit anything. That torpedo boat just has too much agility. Although we came dang close to hitting him. The Foch, named after the Allied commander-in-chief in World War I. In real life, anyway. Alright, our battleship just put 2 torpedoes in the water. I would guess his light cruiser will be able to avoid these. I'm starting to think he might not, though. He's going to get hit by one, maybe both of these. The second one's going to miss. Oh, no, they both hit. Oh, beautiful. And that salvo just finished him off. I think we're good there. I think we might have let one of the torpedo boats go. 26,000 victory points. We lost 26 men. We let the Claymore limp home to tell the tale of what happened. We're almost there. We're at 98% of the way to conquering northern France. Next turn should do it. We've got 1.2 million men. He's lost nearly 900,000 to our 130,000. Could not be a more stark contrast between the two. You can see 80,000 victory points to his 3,300. We're also taking on the United States, so we may have the possibility of some battles that happen with them. Well, for some reason, our alliance with Austria-Hungary has been broken. We've got one destroyer going up against a big fleet. We'll auto-resolve. Yeah, we lost the destroyer. That's not a huge deal. I'm going to try to withdraw from this one. We're going to have to fight it. But we did conquer northern France. You can see that right here. So I guess this battle at this point just kind of becomes a coup de grace. It's a chance to wipe out some more of his fleet. I just went ahead and auto-resolved that one. We did take some damage to our battleship, but we sank several of his ships. We've conquered northern France now, and you can see the victory points are 283,000 to 4,200. We're now invading western France with a small army of 100,000. Not going to really see too much success with an army of that size. We do, however, have a massive monthly balance in our favor here, so we're repairing some ships. Our shipbuilding capacity is stretched to the limit right now, but let's go ahead and continue increasing our capacity, because even when we increase our shipyard size, that is not only the massive size we can build for a single ship, it also increases our shipbuilding capacity size. We're maxed out on budget for everything, so there's really nothing more I can do at the moment. So here's where things stand in November of 1914. The German and Soviet armies are invading western France, which is defended by the French and the Japanese. Small force, really. I mean, we've got a combined force of about 450,000 German and Soviet troops going up against a combined force of 700,000, but they're 20% of the way there, and it continues to be a very one-sided war. No victory points between us and Japan right now because we're really not engaging them. There are some possible battles here. One in the North Sea between the Malkin and the Trier and the Bellier and the Devastation. I think we might fight that one. This just because it might be fun to take on one with some smaller ships and see what happens. So we've spotted them. They're about 7 kilometers away. Malkin, this is not one of my brand new heavy cruisers. Those aren't in service yet. I'm going to go ahead and turn and slow down. Start getting some accuracy. I don't want to get too close. We do have 3 kilometer range on our torpedoes. Again, that's not... Well, you know what? Trier's got the newer torpedoes. What's his range on torpedoes? 5 kilometers. So not the newest range because we're up to, I think, 6 or 6.5 now. But these are heavy cruisers, so if we could get in close enough... I'm going to go ahead and detach. There's actually a decent chance we could land a hit on one of these guys. We just lost sight of them. There we go. As the Trier gets in closer... Oh, they're trying to get away. I don't have that many torpedoes. So I don't want to just be throwing these things in the water without some degree of a chance of success. And these are underwater tubes. We don't have the deck tubes yet on Trier. Let's go ahead and take a look at where our heavy cruiser is. He's not really landing any hits. They're causing damage anyway. Trier's probably going to have to come up right alongside these guys. We do have a torpedo in the water. That's our forward tube. Really low chance that that's going to hit anything. They're trying to get away though. Alright, we're going to have to speed up just to stay with these guys. Yeah, there goes another torpedo. Very little chance we're going to land hits with these, but we are causing him to have to maneuver, which will slow him down and give me a chance to catch up. But it's also a danger because we're getting in close. These guys have 7-inch guns, which could light up a light cruiser pretty quickly. Oh yeah, there's a hit. So if nothing else, these torpedoes are going to cause him to maneuver and slow down and give me a chance to catch up. Doesn't look like we're going to launch one at the moment. There it goes. Alright, we're going to keep trying to catch up. 5 kilometers now. Oh, that's a big hit. I'm trying desperately to get up alongside these guys so I can get a real chance with one of these torpedoes. But I'm afraid they're going to light me up before I have the chance to do that. Meanwhile, the Malkin is desperately trying to catch up. We've closed it to under 4 kilometers now. 30 seconds away from smoke. We're almost there. If we can stay alive long enough, I'll finally have the torpedo shot that I want. There we go. Alright, now let's get one in the water when we're alongside these guys. Just have to get the angle, because these aren't deck tubes, so they can't turn and aim. They're just kind of lined up on the side. How are we doing here? Okay, Malkin's really closing in now. 2 kilometers. I'm going to go ahead and turn this way and slow down so we can start really getting some fire on them. Alright, I might have to turn toward these guys in order to get the torpedo in the water the way I want. But I got to be careful here because if we miss, we could end up hitting our own ship. Alright, torpedoes in the water. Oh, that was our side tube. Okay, we were just waiting for it to reload. That, I think, is going to be a hit. The problem is this ship's almost dead already. And actually, the fact that we just nailed him again might slow him down enough to where the torpedo misses. Because I think he's stopped moving. Yeah, it's going to miss him up front. Oh, no, it might. Yeah, it did hit him. Oh, beautiful. And that might cause flooding right where we need it to. Yep, it did. He's going to be sunk by that torpedo. And then there's a torpedo coming in from the Malkin as well. But I think the damage was already done. Well done, Trier. Our light cruiser just took out a heavy. Alright, now let's go ahead after this last ship. Now we've got a 2-on-1 situation. We've evened the odds significantly. Just got to be careful that I don't get Trier in trouble here. I'm going to try to get one more torpedo at him so we can cause him to divert and turn and get lit up again. Alright, we might have to turn sideways to do it. Malkin's coming up right alongside. Let's go ahead and turn now and slow down. I think we've got him right where we want him. We'll get our 9-inch guns going. They've got 86, 89, 93. Okay, 100% chance of hit. Here comes a torpedo. Oh, coming at the Trier. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Oh, he hit me. Okay. That's alright. Alright, let's get Trier out of here. He just blew up one of my torpedoes now. I think we're okay. I don't think that flooding is going to cause us sinking. There we go. Alright, that worked out nicely. Did take some damage to the Trier. We'll go ahead and put in for repairs. Here's our peace treaty with the French. Let's see what we get out of it. I was really hoping we'd actually be able to hang on to actual French territory, but that doesn't even appear to be an option. However, there are some really good options available to us, including the Dominican Republic and Haiti. But if we take those, that doesn't leave us a whole lot else. Niger, that'll give us some more African territory. Laos in South Pacific. Boy. Decisions. I feel like Portuguese Guinea might be worth it too, but let's go with Niger. Alright, that's what we'll take. Dominican Republic and Haiti are ours. Improved shells. So let's go ahead and take a look at the situation now. In Africa, we are slowly but surely gobbling up more and more of Africa. We are still at war with the United States and Japan. We've got a nice presence now in the Caribbean. None of these are particularly large ports. None of which can handle a battleship. We could send some heavy cruisers over there, though. There's geared steam turbines. That's a big deal. Nice bonus to funnel capacity. Also, there's electric batteries. I should point out, it does appear that we get to keep northern France because we had conquered it. So there's oil production there. There's a population. There's an income of 21 billion. So I guess if your army conquers a territory, you get to keep it. So Germany's looking pretty good right now. I'd sure like to get my hands on some of that UK, though. But let's go ahead and take a look at the political situation. Our GDP is now $235 billion. It's less than the U.S., but not by much. It's right about Austria-Hungary's. It's right about Britain's. All of those are about the same. U.S. has 141 ships. We have just 61, but we've got 16 battleships. 762,000 in tonnage. That's the most we've had, but still less than the United States. We're above Britain now, so I would venture to say that the U.S. at this point is our rival. They're only advanced in tech, not very advanced like us and the British and the Japanese. So growth, we're at plus 11%, so that's really good. Navy budget is now $19 billion. It was so much less than that. That is the best naval budget in the world. I guess you just have to show what you can do with it, and they'll give you the money. Awesome. So we are at war with U.S. and Japan. I'd like to go to war with the British, but not yet. Peace treaty signed with the United States, but the British and the Soviets are now at war. Doesn't look like we have enough into the war with the U.S. to really take anything. I'm not really interested in taking any of their ships, so we'll just take the cash, and we'll be at peace. We are still at war with Japan. I guess we're going to have to fight this one. That's a pretty substantial heavy cruiser there. I haven't liked our odds in even battles with the Japanese, but let's see what we can do here. Alright, so our destroyers are way out in front just because they were so much faster. These are these my new destroyers? Yes, these are ones with deck tubes. Excellent. They're not the newest ones, but they at least have the deck tubes of different formats. And I think that's going to help us here. I don't want to fire my... let's go ahead and hit the smoke. I don't want to get lit up before we have a chance to get in and put some torpedoes in the water. Only a 3-kilometer range on these guys, so they don't have the newest ones. Alright, first torpedoes are in the water. The first torpedo, I should say. But no chance we're going to hit. That was a dumb spread of torpedoes there. He's just way too maneuverable. And now we don't have torpedoes to put in the water against the heavy cruiser, which is where I wanted to put them. Oh boy. Let's pause for a second, because now we've got our own problem with torpedoes. Actually, I think I'm probably better off to go straight here. No, he's going to hit me. Oh boy, 2 of them hit me. Alright, we did get a hit on his torpedo boat, which is kind of impressive to hit a torpedo boat with a torpedo. Not easy to do. We actually sank him. Oh, nice. Of course, the V10 is pretty much dead in the water now. So let's detach V12 and get after this heavy cruiser. I'm going to start turning the Kent 2. Slow down, see if we can get some accuracy here. There we go. We got a hit. We have actually a little more armor than he does. It's only 53%, which means this is older tech. It's not the best armor. It's probably Harvey armor. In the meantime, I'm going to start sending the V12 toward this guy. Alright, we're getting some good hits. Kent 2 is doing its job so far. Kent 2 will probably be retired soon because we're going to be bringing in the new class of heavy cruisers. In the meantime, I'm going to come straight at him. With the V12. He's really not paying attention to me, because he's so focused on his heavy cruiser opponent there. Oh, we don't have any torpedoes ready to go. Oh, that's a problem. All right, we're doing all right so far. All right, I'm gonna hold off so they don't fire these from this terrible angle. Let him go ahead and reload. We're gonna try to get up alongside him, although by then he might be sunk. And we're coming out on the far side where we could be in danger from the guns from the Kent II. Oh boy. Or that. I'm desperately trying to get in a spot where I can nail this guy so he doesn't turn against my torpedoes. I'm getting so close. I could get lit up so easily here. Alright, let's put him in the water. And let's get out of dodge. Oh, he still missed. Ah. That's why I didn't like that angle. Darn it. Alright, we're going to turn around the other way. See if we can't catch him on this side once we reload again. I don't like how close we are for this gunfight. He's maneuvering in such a way that's making it really hard for me. Here we go. Oh, we're not ready. See, when I need the torpedoes, I don't have them. This is when I'd have the perfect shot right here. Ugh, that's frustrating. I think he's sunk anyway. Now we're going to swing around. We're not going to have that angle. Oh, he's dead. Oh, we're still not ready. Darn it. This thing's taking forever to reload. Yeah, Kent's going to take him out before we have a chance to put torpedoes on him. Once again, we're going to have the wrong angle here. So I'm going to hold off on firing until we can get there. Alright, so let's do this. Let's tell the Kent II to stop firing. And then we're going to come up and issue the coup de grace. Don't let him turn away. I'm going to wait until I've got the angle that I want. And there we go. Bye-bye. Beautiful. Alright, that worked out in the end. We're really close to war with the British. I think we'll go ahead and just see if we can't push that over the edge a little bit. We've got some of our new battleships, as well as some of our heavy cruisers that are starting to get into service now. So we've got a chance, I think, to really take it to the British if we can push this into a war. I'm looking at all of my ports now because I've got some new ships that are under construction, and in order to protect our shipping, it's important for us to be able to make sure that we have a presence in all these places. And we've got a ton of ports out in the Pacific now, but these Admiral Hipper or these Admiral Graf Spee class, they're 13,000 tons, and if I've got places I can put them, like Dominican Republic, I think that's what I'll do. but I think most of them are too big. Oh, Nicaragua, we could put one there. Because these are ships that could hold their own against most things, even older battleships. So I think that'll be a good place for me to put some of those heavy cruisers, is in some of these ports that can't handle a battleship, but could handle something less. I keep forgetting I have ports in southern Finland now, too. Let's take a look for a second at the world so you can see how much we have in the South Pacific. But we've also got the presence over here in Finland I keep forgetting about. Looks like the tension in the South Pacific alone is going to be enough to drive us to war with the British. Yeah, let's do it. Back at war with Britain. And look at how many transports they've lost on this turn. I lost one transport in West Africa. That's not a big deal. Denmark regained full control of Iceland. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can do. Our ships are kind of spread out. These guys need repairs. Let's put them in for repairs. Go back to Kiel. But some of our others, I think, are ready to go here. Where have I sent them? I think I sent some of my battleships down this way. Let's take a look at the fleet for a second. I just want to sort by tonnage so we can see where our biggest ships are. So the Hessen's repairing. Hanover and... Now these guys both need to be on sea control. Hanover and Kaiser Friedrich III. Those are Deutschland class. So they've got the 14-inch guns. Hamburg and Danzig. So let's get them going here. And we'll go to the North Sea. Let's operate there. And then Danzig. Got the Hanover. Let's send them the same place. We'll see if we can't wreck the British in that way. Pilau, there's nothing there. Where are some of my smaller ships? We can send out everybody but the Hessen, which is still being repaired. Maybe over to the English Channel. And it looks like we're going to be back at war with Spain. Sinking some transports. Yeah, let's just auto-resolve that. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Some big battleships. None of my new ones with the 14-inch guns, but this is a chance to really stick it to the British Navy in the North Atlantic, and I think we'll end the episode with this battle. Some terrible weather for this battle. What I've gone ahead and done is organize 3 battleships together in one squadron here, and then we're going to put the Schleswig-Holstein along with our heavy cruiser and light cruiser that are here with this one, and we'll go 2 different courses, see if we can't split up this navy a little bit and do some damage to them. But this weather is just absolutely awful. You can see 32% reduction in accuracy because of the rainy weather, 43% reduction in accuracy because of the moderate sea waves. And that does hurt me because I'm relying heavily on accuracy with the technology that I have. So this might not be the best way to fight a battle in the North Atlantic. But we'll take some shots and see what we can come up with. We are landing some hits. Alright, this is a Dreadnought. It's a really strange build, but it is a Dreadnought. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, we already are slowed down. So you can see here we've got our super firing in good position, so that's a lot of firepower being hurled his way. Oh, they're not really penetrating though. So we're landing hits but not doing much with them, at least not so far. Only 20% accuracy. You can see here 11 hits, 2 ricochets, 8 partial pen, 1 penetration. So really not a lot of damage to show for it so far. So we're going up against much better technology with the British here. At least in terms of its protection. I want to see what kind of... Oh, did I just turn? No, I didn't. Okay. I want to see what kind of armor he's got. 78% quality, so that's... it's almost as good as what I've got. I've got the plus 98%. So it's taking a lot of hits just to take out one of these battleships. That doesn't make me feel great when we're facing a much larger force. Especially with poor accuracy. What a nightmare weather scenario. How close are we now? We're about 9 kilometers. Geez, only 5% accuracy. Must have just changed to aim at a new one because we're getting 41% over here. Alright, so the Commonwealth might be sinking. Depends on how well he can get on top of his flooding. Let's take a look at the Emperor of India here. Looks like most of these ships are the same models. But he's definitely holding up pretty well. We haven't gotten multiple sinkings like I would like at this point. Alright, now we're going after the heavy cruiser. That is going to sink fast. Oh yeah, he's toast. Bye-bye. The Barrack had no chance at all. It's just these battleships that are going to be tough for me. Actually surprised the Barrack hasn't sunk yet. Yeah, these heavy cruisers are going to go up fast. There goes, Barrack's done. I think Hogue is also done. So we're just gonna loop around them from either side here. I do have a 6-kilometer range on my torpedoes on the battleship. Is this one of the ones that has... No, it's the new ones with the 14-inch guns are the ones that have torpedo tubes on. I could probably refit these and put torpedo tubes on the deck now that I have that ability. Man, this is a nasty battle with these lightning strikes all over the place. How close am I? I'm not quite close enough for torpedoes. Oh, look at all that firepower that just landed, all the different ships that took hits there. We are a little closer on this side, but I don't think these torpedoes have the same. Oh, they have 6-kilometer range also. Because if we port a torpedo in right now, it's almost bound to hit something, just because there's so many ships. And we're close enough. I'm going to say be aggressive with the torpedoes. There you go. Second I said be aggressive, they fired. There goes Jane Lou putting a couple in the water. We're a little closer on this side with the Schleswig-Holstein, the Sedlitz, and the Speyerbert. But we've got him bottled up right in the center. He doesn't know where to go. I think this is pretty much a done deal now. We did get a torpedo hit. So that was our first torpedo hit. Up here in the top right, you can see what we've caused damage with. Ammo detonations, penetrations, overpens. Yeah. This is just like target practice on the British fleet. I think we're at the place now where we've advanced so much with our technology, and we did so well with the early wars that I don't think any nation on Earth is in a place where it can catch up with us anymore. So it's really just about seeing how much of the world we can conquer now. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and skip to the end and see how this turns out. So Jane Lu has taken some damage. They took a torpedo hit. Took a few hits that have caused some fires. You can see some of the scarring of that, but we're just dealing with these last couple of light cruisers now, one of which might get away. But all the big ships are gone. Just have the Mohawk and the Penelope left. There's a torpedo coming at Jane Lu, who's already taken one. We're going to take another one. Yeah, that's alright. Jane Lu's going to have to go in for repairs. You can see a lot of flooding across the bottom, but this is why we build in all those protections. We make sure that they've got the max bulkheads, the double hull bottom, the watertight compartments, everything you want to have to make sure that if you do start seeing flooding like this, even significant flooding like this, it's not going to spill over and destroy your ship. Alright. There goes Penelope, and here goes Mohawk. There we go. Alright, we did take some damage on a couple of our battleships, particularly the Jane Lu, which will have to go in for some repairs. But 70,000 victory points against the British. Again, you can see just how many transports the British are losing. That is just killing their economy. Though, oh my, we lost 8 in the Central Atlantic. We also lost some West Africa and the North Sea. So I think we need to get a presence in the Central Atlantic as quickly as possible, because we lost 8 transports there. So that's down here. Let's go ahead and take a look and see who we can send that way. We did just send a bunch of ships to the North Sea. I don't think we need to send all of that to the Central Atlantic. What do we have out here? We've got some light cruisers there. What do we have in West Africa? There we go. You know what? Let's send them to the Central Atlantic. And then we've got these other ships that are probably in a position to patrol West Africa. We'll go ahead and send more of those out. I would like to send at least one of my battleships down there too. I don't know if we have any other ones that are just kind of chilling. Yeah, we've got the Hessen, which had been undergoing repairs. We're going to send them to West Africa as well. All right, let's take a look at research real quick, see where we're at. We have advanced structural steel coming. What's that going to allow for us? It's going to make some of the older hulls obsolete, but that's not a huge deal. Explosives. Smoke composition 4. Gun layout. 8x large side guns. I really want to get the triples is what I want. I want the ability to do 3 turrets on a gun, or 3 barrels on a turret. We're just not there yet. Also waiting for us to be able to build submarines. We're not there yet. Mass-produced war submarine. All right. Maybe that's what will get us there. But that'll be for next time. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below, and we'll be back again with another episode. Thanks for watching.